So here I am, it's Valentine's Day, and as usual, I'm completely unprepared. So I've come out and I've bought croissants and bread for breakfast, and the local taba has saved my life. I've got a Valentine, well, it's not a Valentine's card, but it's a card that will become a Valentine's card. So anyway, off to buy milk, and the subterfuge continues to be revealed over breakfast. So I've tried to write the card, so it's from a secret admirer, because Valentine shouldn't really know who you're receiving the card from, right? So I've written her name. You know, if I had like newspaper cuttings, I could do it with that. But I've tried to do it so she doesn't recognize the writing. Happy Valentine's Day, darling. Heart Nutella, yeah. I made an effort, darling. So what are we going to do? I thought we could go and buy a steak. I have steak frites and a green salad and something
That would be lovely.
and something chocolatey.
Yes.
Would be nice.
That would be very, very nice. Let's do that.
Anyway, have one of the croissants that I got you for breakfast, darling.
Oh, you.
But no, I picked it was in the post box. So I don't know who it's from.
You absolute sod. You said you forgot. I have a secret admirer.
You do.
Thank you, darling.
We've got wood! No, I promise you haven't accidentally landed on our OnlyFans channel. I just thought I'd do a little bit about our beautifully finished floor, in the salon and around the chateau. We have a bit of a thing about floors, and some of you have very kindly suggested that we use polyurethane varnish on the floor, and I have to say that is blasphemy to me. Believe me, I've sanded and sealed some beautiful floors in my time, and I've managed to ruin them all. I guess in the 80s, when it was quite trendy to sand every single floor, and I suppose as a result of that, I've learned to sort of respect wood floors. It sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? I agree, but I think you have to really when you have a property that's as old as this, and this floor, which is probably, well, it could be 200 years old. The last thing I want to do is remove all the patina that's been built up in all that time that actually is part of its beauty. And this is why we use this. It's a mixture of turpentine and beeswax and carnauba wax, I don't know how to say it, carnauba wax, and linseed oil. And not only do we love it because it's feeding the wood, but there's something about the fragrance that's given off that just plays a part in the whole atmosphere. It adds to the whole atmosphere of this place. I remember walking into some beautiful old National Trust properties in the UK, and they would have used something akin to this on their floors, and just added to the whole atmosphere of walking into a beautiful historical building. And the fragrance of it, the smell of it is wonderful. And coming upstairs, this is onto the first floor landing, you can see that the wooden slats upstairs are thinner than the ones in the salon and make all the wooden floors downstairs. And if you just look over here, this is the entrance to the hallway, to the southern hallway, southern wing. And you can see the much bigger planks of wood that are much, much older. So I imagine these floors were not changed. So they're definitely the older floorboards, and these are the more recent ones. So that, my dear friends, is why we use what we use on our floors. And also, they do the same thing in Versailles, would you believe it? I read somewhere that instead of using linseed oil, you can also use walnut oil, which sounds delicious. I use it mainly on salads. I think it might be a touch on the expensive side, but be lovely to try it, wouldn't it? If you ever find yourself wandering through a walnut grove at the beginning of spring, pick one of the walnuts and scratch the thick green skin and then just inhale the fragrance that comes from it. I've never smelt anything more beautiful in my life. And if you were to put that on the floor, it would smell heavenly. So there you go. So that's really why we're quite particular about our floors. I think it plays an enormous part in the whole feeling of living in a place like this. The smell, the look, the colours, all of it creates an experience. Yeah, it just creates a fabulous experience.
Bon, je veux dire, quelle épaisseur? Non, plus épais. Oui, parfait. Valentines again. I think probably the best Valentines for Claire was when I woke her up with a cup of tea and a croissant to the sound of Barry White. I'll never outdo myself on that one, I think. However, this evening I'm going to cook a big fat steak accompanied by some beautiful chips. You may call them French fries. And a green salad, which I haven't got yet. And I'm going to make a delicious chocolate mousse, homemade by me. And all of this, I think we better have some cheese as well. And all of this washed down by this really, really beautiful. So this is a Bordeaux, it's a Saint-Emilion Grand Cru. And it's called Chateau Life, and it's one of our favourites. I mean, really, really excellent. So that's for the next episode. I hope you'll join us then. Bye.